Chapter 5. Hold your nose, Billy, and cut water. Billy pulled Prince Brat from the saddle and threw him into Jimmy. Raising the lantern, the man held it close enough that Jimmy could feel the heat of the flame. Billy was a big man, he saw, big and raw as a skinned ox, and he smelled like a ton of garlic. You know how strong garlic smells, right? Not much of a catch, 2 sparrows, said Billy. But ain't they trimmed up in fancy rags, Cutwater? Ain't they? Echoed the rattle-boned man. Got any gold in your pockets, lads? No business of yours, snapped the prince. Ah, but so help me, it is my business, Billy said with a thunderclap of laughter. Don't you know who I am? A clod and a ruffian, declared the prince. Worse than that, corrected the big man. Ain't you never heard of Hold Your Nose, Billy? Famous he is, put in Cutwater. Put to song is Billy.
What?
So what are the bad guys' names?
Billy and Cutwater.
Hold Your Nose, Billy, and Cutwater.
His name is Cutwater. I know.
I don't know.
Who does that? Did he grow up in water or something?
I don't know.
Did he cut water for him?
Jimmy thought he remembered. Hadn't he heard ballad sellers fling that name about the streets? The exploits of Hold Your Nose, something or other, in verses by the yard? The highwaymen, are you? The same. The murderer? Only in the line of duty, Hold Your Nose, Billy chuckled. So you won't mind if we take your horse and empty your pockets. Not a copper between us, said Jimmy. A prince didn't carry money, for he had no use for it. And Jimmy's accounts were kept on the books. What's in the basket? Piped up Cutwater. Hands off, villain, snapped Prince Brat. Don't you know who I am? Jimmy gave the prince a sudden jab of his elbow to keep his mouth shut. Not a word. But the heir to the throne raised himself to his full height. Bow to your prince. Why would that be a mistake, you think?
Because they can find out and they can sell him.
So they can threaten him.
Right.
They can threaten the king or they can
get them in trouble.
Right.
and Jimmy.
Fog swirled around the lantern. Bow to what? Asked Cutwater. I am Prince Horace. And I'm the Grand Turnip of China, Cutwater snickered. Dim-witted villains, shouted the prince. I command you to turn us loose, or Papa will hang the pair of you in chains. Hold your trap, Jimmy thought. Don't you have a thimbleful of brains? A prince would make a fine catch for these rogues. My friend's muddle-headed, he declared. His paw's nothing but a rat catcher. But don't he put on airs, though. Got enough lip for 2 sets of teeth, chortled the big highwayman. Cutwater, take the lantern and fetch the horse. What do you reckon's in the basket, Billy? Plenty of time to find out. The lantern floated off. The evil-smelling Billy clutched each boy hard by the ear. Stir your legs, walk, and don't let me catch you on our turf again. Do I make myself clear? Clear as window glass, said Jimmy with a sigh of relief. If you'd be kind enough to point us toward the river, I'd be so much obliged. Billy, came a shout from Cutwater. They ain't just common sparrows. Have a look at this saddle. Hold Your Nose, Billy hung on to the boy's ears. At the horse's side, Cutwater was holding the lantern close to the saddle. Skin me alive, declared the big man in awe. That's the king's own crest. What's a crest?
It's like a symbol. It's like a symbol.
It's like a symbol that represents them.
Like how the houses have all the
Yeah, like our houses have crests, like Balor has like a lion, and yeah, Sarkany has the phoenix. So a crest, it's like it represents a family. So back in the day, all families had a family crest. You could probably even research your own family crest.
Ooh.
Yes, ma'am.
I know mine's like a head. I know mine's like a helmet of a name.
Cool.
Okay.
We stole it, horse and saddle, Jimmy put in desperately. Bosh, retorted Prince Brat scornfully. Didn't I tell you who I was? Bow low, you fools, and be off. But the 2 men neither bowed nor fled. Hold Your Nose, Billy threw a bushy-eyed glance at his fellow outlaw. Cutwater, what do you reckon a genuine prince on the hoof is worth? His weight in gold, at least, Billy. Uh-oh.
Oh my.
Uh-oh. So, you think they're going to hold him for ransom now and try to get some money from the king?
Probably
Probably so. Yeah, don't look ahead.